Stay tuned to see how it comes out.
So first off, I started by priming her face with a NARS matte primer. And you want to use a matte primer for persons who usually have oily skin. And I just applied the primer on her forehead, her cheeks, and her chin, the areas where she would produce the most oil. And then I went ahead and brushed the eyebrows into place with a spoolie. You want to make sure when you are applying product to the eyebrows that the eyebrows aren't oily, because it makes it hard for you to apply the product. Come over, come over, come over. Can I come over? Come over, come over. Then I went ahead and concealed under her eyebrows once I had them shaped to the size that I felt fit her face best. It's always better to find out what shape your client likes. Sometimes they won't know what shape they like, but it's always best to give them something that suits the shape of their face. So I went ahead and just concealed underneath the eyebrows, and what this does is help to make it look a lot cleaner and just for the eyebrows to pop. Come see you. Said I really wanna come see you. Don't you worry about a thing. I'm just wanting to hold you, embrace you. I want to look at you and tell you how much I love you. I want you, I need you. Once I was done, I went ahead and applied a little bit of that same concealer on the back of my hand, and I'm gonna use a Morphe angle brush. I don't remember which brush this is exactly, but it is an angle brush, and I'm using that to conceal the top of her eyebrows. Now, if you're going for something more natural or you aren't the best at shaping your eyebrows, I would advise that you get as clean of a sweep with the concealer underneath your eyebrows so that you don't have to apply concealer to the top of the eyebrows. Then I went ahead and blended that out using a blending brush, a small blending brush. And then I went ahead and blended it all the way down onto the eyelids. Then for eyeshadow, I'm using the Zulu by Juvia's Place palette. And I'm starting off with the third shade. And it's a orangey brownish shade. And I just applied that into the crease by patting it and then just blending it upwards towards the eyebrows. Come over, come over, can I come over, come over, come over, yeah, can I come over, come over, can I come over, baby, can I come over. Then I'm gonna go in with the purple shade, and I'm gonna just apply this underneath where I applied that orange shade, and I'm gonna work it closer to her tear ducts and downward to her lash line. When you get up and get out of the bed, 'cause I wanna see you, and I've been wondering, can I come over? Can I come over? Come over to see you. Come over. Can I come over? Can I come over? Come over. Come over. Can I come over? Come over. Come over. See you. Come over. Can I come over? Come over. Come over. Yeah. So tell me what the using a flat brush, I'm gonna go in with that shimmery blue shade, and I'm gonna pat that in the middle of her eyelid. Yes or no, 'cause I'm on the road.
Wait a minute. My battery's low. Let me... Alright.
Baby, I wanna come see you. When applying shimmers, I do go over them multiple times just until I get that pop or that brightness that I want it to deliver. I want you, I need you, miss you. Come over, come over, come over, see you. Come over.
So using the same eyeshadow brush that I applied the purple with, I went back over it, and then I also went back over the orange because those shades were lost.
Can I come over? Come over.
Then I went ahead and applied a foundation, and I'm just touching up the areas where I missed. And I know what some of you, oh gosh, look at me. I got a little bit bored, so don't mind me, but I'm going ahead and applying the concealer to brighten up the face because that foundation is a little bit dark, but as you can see, her chest and the rest of her body is lighter than her face, but the concealer will do a lot of the color correcting. And now I'm just going over that concealer with a lighter concealer, and both of these concealers are from Maybelline New York, and I applied it to the bridge of her nose, underneath her eyes, her forehead, and a little bit on her cupid's bow. Then I'm just gonna use a small blending brush, similar to the one I used for the eyebrows and the eyelid, and this one is a Juvia's Place brush. These brushes feel so amazing on the skin. These are new, so a lot of them haven't been used, and I'm just gonna blend that concealer.
It's been too long and I'm lost without you. What am I gonna do? Said I've been needing you.
So I'm gonna go ahead and bronze her face a little bit, contour a little bit her face with this pressed powder from Ulta Beauty, and it is a darker shade. And then I'm gonna go in with a lighter shade of that same pressed powder from Ulta Beauty, just on the areas where I applied the concealer, and back again with the dark pressed powder. I am going to do some slight nose contouring, but not too much. I went back and I also applied a little bit more of that light concealer, just to brighten up the nose contour because it did get a little lost. Then I'm gonna use some Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray, and I did cover her eyelids because sometimes when you spray a client's eyelids with setting spray, they tend to squinch and it can cause the eyeshadow to crease. So using my Morphe highlighting and blush palette, I'm highlighting her chest and also her cheeks.
I don't wanna let you know that it's killing me. I know you got it.
Then I'm gonna also highlight her nose, her cupid's bow, and then I'm gonna go back again with a little bit more of that setting spray. And then fan. Then for the lips, I am using a lip gloss, and this lip gloss is from a Morphe collection. And then I did go over it a little bit with just some regular clear gloss from the drugstore. You can get this from Gabby's. Shout out to Gabby's. That's my stop shop for the makeup. So yeah, it's basically just applying it all over the lips. Now I did apply lashes to her afterwards, but unfortunately I did not get that on camera. But this is it for the video, guys. I do hope you guys enjoyed it.